Ladies and gentlemen, my name is In the Game Kaya, and welcome to ITGK Survives Arc Day by Day. And I'm doing this live, and you may have noticed there are changes to the base. Why is that? Well, I have I don't know how many hours of footage that is just a recording of a black screen with the sound of Arc gameplay in the background. So it happened again. For those of you that have followed the channel for long enough, you would know that this is not the first time that this has happened. So anyway, back when I was playing ASC, this actually happened to me back then when I was recording my day-by-day series over there. It was days 7 through 9, I think it was, and I ended up actually reenacting the whole process, and there's not much for me to reenact, honestly. Like, I had plenty of footage, and I figured I could get out at least, you know, like a 15-20 minute episode. Probably more, if I'm being honest. Most of what I did was just growing boss creatures. I did tame a T-Rex on Carno Island. I tamed a pair of Megatheriums and started breeding them. And I raised a whole bunch of them up. They're all over here. I tamed Deodons. I finished building out the kibble farm. Honestly, there's space for a couple more UDs on here. But I figure I've got enough eggs going now. I don't need to mess with it any more than I already have. And, yeah, it was a lot of farming meat and a lot of raising creatures. I did kill a alpha T-Rex. It was very low level, like level 10 or something. So not super impressive. I literally soloed it with my Thylacoleo, which I did tame a second Thylacoleo, as you can see here. I have multiple Thylas now. I got a bear baby, and I raised the bear baby. But I didn't run any caves, honestly. I have thought about going to get some more honey, but I haven't done that yet. Most of what I did was just grind resources and just do a whole lot of breeding. The big thing is that I tamed these creatures. Tamed the Megatherium, tamed the Rex, got my boss army bred up and ready to go. So, I don't know what to do now. Because I mean, yeah, it's a lot of footage lost because obviously, with all the breeding that's been going on, it took a while. But I don't know what else to do now. Oh, there was one other thing. There was one other thing that I did. Nothing crazy happened, but I did get one thing. When I was out, I bred up. If I come over here and show you guys, you can see a couple of them around because they were all following Jet. I bred up some extra Argent babies and statted them for melee and had them all follow Jet so that I could go hunting rhinos. So yeah, I can go and kill those things now. And because I can kill those things, that means I have one of these. I killed like a level 80, 85 Rhino. So I have my own Rhiniognathopheromone now. And I added the crafting skill potion mod. So that's another thing that's going in. And that's because, and I think I already had this. I think I pulled this out of a drop before. I'm pretty sure I didn't get this in the episode. But in here, I have this Megatherium saddle blueprint. And this is what I'm going to use to start doing the Broodmother boss fight. But we are so close to doing that boss fight, honestly. I just need to do the Cave of the Massive, and we could go right now. If I did the Cave of the Massive, we could just take all the creatures over. I have all of the mats for this all grinded up already. That was going to be the next episode of Day by Day. So I don't think I'm going to do that right now, like in this episode. But I'll try and get that next episode with the boss fight out soon. There might be one or two things. I might be just shy of the metal, but the metal was in here smelting up. Yeah, I don't think that's enough, but just another metal run, which takes like 10 minutes. I killed a couple of Ceratosaurus low levels out on Carno Island. But yeah, everything out here is all ready to go for the most part. I got my saddles out to move everything around, and stuff keeps popping into my base and messing everything up, so the yard's kind of a mess right now. I need to make a bunch of cryopods so that I can move all this stuff around. I need to make another cryo fridge, and I need to make some more cryopods. So let me make sure that I can do that, because I need to go over to Green Ob and set up a cryo platform for these things. First, make sure I've learned the engrams. So what is this episode of Day by Day? Well, it's not quite what it was supposed to be. Because you should have been seeing me, you know, decorating my base with some of the steampunk features, and seeing me find the T-Rex and tame that, which took an entire arc day. Because I just tamed it on prime meat, and I sat next to it the whole time. You should be seeing me find the Megatheriums and continuing to work on the breeding process, but honestly, the whole recap, like I just did, only took like 5 minutes, so I didn't know that, and some of that footage would be a little hard to recreate, so I didn't know what else to do but to just kind of show you guys what I did and kind of recap it a little bit. I pulled an Ascendant Pike out of a drop, I guess, so that's something. Yeah, let me make sure that I can... What's it take for cryopods? For the fridge is 12 crystal, 115 metal, 7 electronics, and 30 polymer. Let me just steal the saddle off of Jet, and I can just throw this crap in one of the RGs, one of the random RGs, and just fly over to the obelisk and make all this stuff. Well, this is Cloud Runner, but this will work, I think. Actually, I need to make sure that I don't take my only... I'm not sure that one of these is female. I think they might all be male. I don't want to take my only female Argent out. So we'll leave Cloud Runner here. We'll take one of the randoms. There's 115 metal. Yeah, that's not enough metal in the forge. I'll have to go and get some more. I just kind of want to take this moment instead to run through a checklist of what else needs to be done before I go boss running, and make sure that I've got all that stuff up and ready to go. And then if I think of anything else, I can just kind of edit this live commentary down so that there is something more entertaining for you guys to watch than me just running around my base for 30 minutes. That was Crystal 10. Can I just track Cryopod? Can we track this? I can't track this here. 12 crystal, 7 electronics, and 30 polymer. Oh, I need crystal. So, obviously I need to tame another T-Rex. I don't know how good my boss army is going to be. When I do the boss fight, I don't plan on doing alpha right away, regardless of how good gamma goes. Gamma goes well, I might turn around and do beta right away. But I'm not going to do alpha. I'm just flat not ready for it. That saddle I have is too low level. It's not going to work. The Megatheriums I have are kind of low level themselves. I might need to start breeding for mutations. As it is, there's such a mess at the base right now for breeding. I need to figure out a better way to do that. And I'm probably going to have to build a structure to make it all work. So that's going to take some time. That'll probably be an episode almost in and of itself. Getting that all done and start breeding for mutations. I don't have to turn my breeding settings up to do that. And I learned the hard way that you cannot set the breeding interval, the mating interval, to be 0 on a single-player server, single player, regardless of you setting it in the INI settings or not. I tried. It's like, I'm just sitting here doing breeding. I'm just going to cut out the wait time and just get a whole bunch of eggs and just hatch a bunch at once and just kill all the males because all I needed was females. And so I did all of that, and it set the breed interval to back to 1.0, thinking that it had glitched, basically. It was set all the way back to 1.0. It's like, oh, shoot. So yeah, there is no 0 breeding anymore. And I don't know, maybe it doesn't work on servers either, because I haven't run a server with 0 breeding yet. But back on ASC, I know the game did not want you to run 0 mating interval on a single-player server, and it was a lot easier to set on a server, a dedicated server. So maybe you still can do it on a server. I don't know. I'll have to check that. But day by day is done in single player. I literally load the map straight from the main menu. No hosted server. Future versions of this, I probably will move to a server. I just didn't want to move this in the middle of the series. I feel like that's just asking for headaches. Especially with as much technical difficulties as I have playing this game already. I spawned a pseudo storyline in ASE around how often my game files got corrupted and how many game saves I lost. It's more than I showed in the series and made fun of in the series. I legitimately cheated stuff back in an episode, in between episodes, just to make it look like I hadn't lost anything when I really had. I reset stuff so many times. You'd be surprised I play this game as much as I do. With regards to other boss fights, because I'm prepping for the Broodmother first, and I have done the Gamma before. I've never finished the beta. I lost to the beta. That video is up on this channel. Back in ASC, I lost to the beta Broodmother, and I have never faced the Megapithecus or the dragon. So, alright, loot drop. Let's see what we get here. Usually not much, unless it has a ring, but you always gotta check. Ranio saddle we do not need. I will take the pearls, though. So, I need to get started working on the Megatherium, which means I'm going to need to clear one of the caves, and I have a Megalodon, so that's at least something. You know, I can get into the water. I'm going to clear one of the ocean caves. The easy ocean cave, I think. Which, that's the one on the east side, if I remember right. I've never done it. A bunch of stuff in Ark that I've never done. Over 1,500 hours in ASE and 200 hours in ASA. And I still haven't done so many things. Chronic reset. It bothers me. But if I'm going to do that, I need to spend a significant amount of time in the water. Because I need creatures that can navigate the ocean without problems. Like my Megalodon, for as much as I use it to get around the water, it's stopping every 30 seconds to force feed it back up from nearly dead. So I need a higher level Megalodon, or I need a Basilo, or Mosa, or Plessy, or something. Something like that. I did tame that anglerfish. It swims fast, but you can't fire from the back of it. And I did tame that Ichthy. It's way too low level, so that's definitely not going to be it. So, in terms of options, I think I will probably... Like, taming another Megalodon is just the easy solution. But now that I have access to kibble, I think I'm probably looking at taming a Basilosaurus. If I can find one. Finding them in ASA is a little challenging, at least for me so far. And again, I haven't really been hunting for them. But that'll be an interesting process. Please no gigas. Please be no gigas. Well, it's not a giga. So I guess the game listened? I'm just gonna... Nope, never mind. I'm going. Bye. You can burn to death. So I'm gonna be here for a bit. Well, it's not a lot of crystal, but it'll have to be enough for now. I'm not gonna mess with that car right now. Clouds are getting in the way. Other than prepping for that ocean cave, I'm also going to need another T-Rex. And honestly, probably more than just one. I need to start breeding them and get that whole process going. And that means a whole lot more breeding than I've already done. Which also means a whole lot more meat running to raise all those babies all at once. And I need a Rex saddle. If I don't get a Rex saddle, I can only do the Gamma Megapithecus. I'm not doing beta until I get a saddle BP. And if it's not purple or higher, I don't think I can do alpha either. And again, the Megapithecus is like the one that's easy enough. You might be able to pull it off. And in terms of dragon, I am nowhere close to that. I haven't gotten to any of those artifacts or anything that involves getting through the hard ocean cave. I'm nowhere close. Taming Therazinos probably is what I've heard people usually use to fight the dragon. So, yeah, I don't have any Therazinos tamed at all. That's going to be several episodes down the line yet, I think. So, Gamma Broodmother and Beta Broodmother, possibly next episode. I'd like to do it next episode if I can. And I'd like to do live commentary for the boss fight if I can. I think that could be fun. Getting into the ocean and doing that, and then the Megapithecus, probably, you know, an episode or two after the Broodmother, so it won't be too far behind. And there'll be some endgame grinding and stuff. And I can, once I get enough elements and whatnot to build a tech replicator, I can finally finish my base, because I have been living basically without a roof for a while. Because I want to put the tech replicator up on the top of my base. I should also finish the storage. I never got around to doing that. I only ever built the 3 vaults. And it's not even housing resources, it's just housing stuff I pull out of drops, basically. But yeah, I'm gonna take all this stuff back and go and make up some cryopods and a cryo fridge so that we are ready to go for the boss fight. And the one thing that's stopping me, and it's the reason the cave run for the Artifact of the Massive is not in the was not in the episode that got lost, is I don't want to take a frog back into that cave. I just... That seems like a bad idea based on what happened last time. So, if I'm not going to take a frog in, I don't want to clear it on foot. I suppose I have the stuff to make bug repellent. I could try it. Still doesn't seem like a good idea. I want a baryonyx. You can't get thylas in the cave. I've tried twice. You can't get thylas in that cave unless I breed a thyla and raise it in the cave. That would be the other option, is to just have a cave thyla that just sits inside that cave just for me to run the Cave of the Massive. Not the worst idea. We'll see if I can find a baryonyx. I spent several hours in the last episode's footage wandering through the swamp looking for baryonyx, and it's what eventually led me to getting that Rhyniognatha pheromone. I saw a Rhyniognatha before I saw baryonyx. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. So I hope you guys are looking forward to the next one. I will try and get it out pretty soon. I know it's usually like 2 weeks between uploads for me. I'll try and get it done. I'm not going to say this week, but hopefully in a little over a week instead of 2 weeks from now. I appreciate you guys keeping up with this series, and I will try and take steps to make sure that this does not happen again. I will make an OBS window and setup just for recording Ark instead of switching back and forth, which is what I've been doing. I'm going to lose footage for other projects that I'm working on other than just Ark, so... But yeah, thank you for watching. If you leave a like on this video, it would be very much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe and subscribe and ring the bell so you can be notified when I upload future episodes of this series. And that being said, my name is In the Game Kaya of ITGK Survives. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.